So I was giving a Claude Code workshop the other week, and someone asked, can you chain skills together? Meaning, can you run one skill that once it's done, triggers another skill and another until you have one unified output from one single command? And initially, I said no. But after going back and forth with Claude Code and looking through the documentation, I realized I was wrong. There is one line that you can add to any skill that lets you execute a series of skills in sequence from one single source. So in this video, I'm going to show you the single most powerful way to use Claude Code skills that nobody's talking about. Let's get into it. Alright, so before we go into the how and the why, let's go through the what. Let's actually see it in action. So I have a series of commands now that are chained. If I use this specific command, let's do launch offer. So this command is meant to take an idea, do market research on it, put together the sales copy for a landing page, and execute the entire funnel to give you the 80-20 to get started. So given that myself and my agency Prompt Advisors, we give all kinds of workshops to Fortune 500 companies, SMBs, on using Claude Code and Cowork, I will do the following. So I'll go right here and I'll say, I want to be able to create perfect premium workshops for Claude Code and Claude Cowork that we deliver to companies of any industry and any size. So when we run this, right away, it should execute the first nested skill, which should be the market scanner. This will use the web search tool to go and see similar offers as of 2026. So it's now going to search through, and any moment now, there we go, it's reading the skill for launch offer, and we should see the first of the multiple skills executed. So now that it briefed itself on all of the skills it will have to execute in sequence, it's running the first one, which is doing all of this web search, as you can see here, Claude Code workshops, pricing. It's looking for anything that's semantically similar to my original prompt. And now that it has the research, it goes and writes the market scan document, so the first output will be a document. That document will then trigger the next skill to take said document and create a sales landing page copy from it. And here's the part where step one is complete and it's moving immediately to the sales page. So now this is the second skill. And in this step two, it should load the sales page skill and then go from there. And now we have this sales copy asset as the output. It then takes that and it moves immediately to the email sequence. So now it writes using the skill for email sequences. And now we wait for step 4, which is now creating the social announcement on platforms like LinkedIn, like X, like YouTube. And then it'll go to the final stage, which is stage 5. And then step 5 is the launch brief PDF. So it goes through all of the market intelligence. It unifies everything together to give us one specific file. And the final output is something like this, where we have all of the workshops, the executive summary, the pricing tiers, the competitive landscape, all the gaps, the sales copy, like I said, the email sequence, the social media copy. And this could be whatever you want. You can make this your own. I'll even show you later on in this video another skill that I call Brain Brief that will go through a particular topic and search different parts of my second brain in Obsidian. And by the way, if you enjoy my content and the way I teach, I've just released a brand new, what I call living course in my community called the Claude Code Magic Course. And the whole point of this is that if you've seen other creators, they will release a course and it will be static. And by the time that course is out, it will already be obsolete or deprecated. So my course really dials in the way of thinking in Claude Code systems. How do you imagine what to do and what is worth doing in a world where you can build anything? And going through this course will give you every single thing that you need architecturally to self-serve and use Claude Code to its fullest potential. And as things get deprecated, I will be slotting in and slotting out brand new modules so that this course is always up to date with the latest and greatest. So if that interests you and you want to learn Claude Code from someone who's actually used it for close to a year and is actually teaching other clients and businesses how to use it as well, then check out the first link in the description below and I'll see you inside. Let's get back to the video. So now we'll go through the why and the how. So in terms of the why, out of the box, all of these skill files on their own are markdown files. And there are some cases where maybe you only want to use one particular skill at a specific time. But you also want to be able to have leverage when it makes sense to. So instead of having to always be the glue between different skills, especially if you want to run them in an order of operations, but it's not as deterministic as running them in a Python automation. You want to run it with some nuance, some human in the loop, some area where you can step in as the 20% to the 80-20 and add your own flavor. So although you can run one skill after the other, and the context from the output from said skill will be in your context window when you run them in sequence, and each one is aware of the preceding skill's output. You get a contextually better output from the collective working together. So in a way, instead of using an army of agents, you're using a pseudo army of skills to create a cohesive output. And the one line that changes everything is something I've already gone over on this channel. But as a concept on its own, it's a boring concept. But boring is very helpful. In this case, when you write context fork, this one line, in a skill file, it will run that skill in its own separate context window. Running it in that window, combining it with the ability to execute other commands that you can specify within the skill itself, gives it a separate context window, a narrow focus on running these all one after the other, and then bringing back the output, which is all you care about at the end of the day. So if we go back to the terminal and we run this very basic bash command to take a little preview at our skill, and we go to the very top, this is what it looks like. And I will give you a copy of this and the other sample one in the second link in the description below. So you can see here, we have the name, launch offer. Then we have the description. Naturally, we want the description to be as descriptive as possible, but also really touch on the triggers. When should this skill be invoked? This will be extra helpful when you're chaining them. Then we add this magical line that's called context fork. This will run it in its own context window. And in terms of these two other parameters right here, these are optional. I like to write agent general purpose, and I like to really specify which tools are allowed for this specific skill. And the real magic is here. So you can see we have the /market scan in these single quotes, and we're just telling it to run each one in sequence. So this is step 1, step 2, and we're just naming the actual skill that lives on its own. And then after completion, it's good to specify what is the main thing we want back in our context window. So in this case, we are asking it to bring the PDF that I showed you earlier. And just to drive it home, I will walk through this diagram. So we have skill number 1, it will write something. In this case, it will write the market scan MD file. Then we have sales page that will read number 1. Then email sequence will read the outputs of number 1 and 2. Each one of these is executing a markdown file. And at the end, we combine all of these outputs together to create one unified file. So you go from something like this to something like this. And you can even really map out all the reads and writes in your entire data flow. Now just to show you another example, given how popular Obsidian is with Andre Karpathy's recent contributions, what if you hooked up your second brain using Obsidian and you had all of these different commands? Maybe you have one command that finds each and every note in your vault. Then you have one that extracts key insights and tasks, and another one that synthesizes them. But what you care about is your general brain brief about a particular topic. So if we pop into the terminal and we write this brain brief, and then we'll add some form of parameter. So in this case, can you go through and grab all the notes on how I like to structure my Claude Code workshops? So this should be able to go through the entire vault in every folder and subfolder and bring back the overall synthesis. And right away, it's executing step 1, which is using the skill brain search. It will search the entire Obsidian vault comprehensively for everything related to the topic, and it will use the command line interface if it needs a fallback. So now that step 1 completed after a few minutes, it executes number 2, which extracts all the core insights from the search results, and it initially created a full markdown file with deep research on every part of the vault that seemed contextually relevant. And you can see here that step 2 has also completed, and now we're doing the very last step, which is synthesizing all the insights that were extracted from the initial search. And now you can see we have all we need for the pipeline to write the next part, and then we'll get one resulting response. And after it's done running, we have the full output of every single thing that happened. So we have the output of the general structure, and then we have the 3 files produced. This is from each and every stage, and it breaks down everything it found, and now it has full contextual awareness of the entire pipeline that ran. So to sum it up, all you have to do is create your orchestrator skill. This will have that line we specified, context fork. If you want to be able to dictate full tool access, what has access, what doesn't have access, what it can or can't do, highly recommend it. And then in the body of the skill itself, it is primarily composed of what is step 1 through 5 or 6, and which command is executed with which step. So all you have to do is continue building your skills as you have been, on their own. But where it makes sense and where you see opportunities for leverage, you can then combine them into one unified super skill. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully this shows you the power of creating these compound skills that you can bring to all kinds of processes that not necessarily need to be deterministic A to Z that run hands off, but do need a level of human in the loop. And like I said, I'll make both of these skills available to you in the second link in the description below, so you can use it, take advantage of it, and pretty much emulate my style and apply it to your processes. And again, for those interested in really taking their Claude Code prowess to the next level and doing it in a community that really supports you from a personnel standpoint, coaching, as well as content, check out the first link in the description below, and maybe I'll see you inside. And for those on the outside, if you found this video helpful, please let me know by leaving a like and a comment on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.